When did we first start settling for less? When did we first begin to compromise our dreams? When we started to negotiate with misery. I mean, I don't know how to put it, when did that happen? Because I was trying to think about that with my own past. When did that start? Because, when I came out the gate when I was younger, my boundaries were solid. My boundaries were tight. They were hard. And there were so many things in my life that I was just like, no, that's just a no-go. That's not cool. But along the way, somewhere, my dreams went from this big to this big, then to this big. And I can only think what happened is I didn't want to do the necessary work it required to take my life to the next level. I think somewhere along the way, I fell into the lie of society that there were shortcuts that could get me to satisfaction. I think somewhere in my adulthood, I forgot my dreams, my vision, my purpose. And I started compromising with problems, with issues, with stress, and I can't help but think that all of this is directly related to our self-esteem, our self-worth. When we're struggling to motivate and to activate and to commit, you got to ask yourself the question, am I worth it? Are you worth it? Because if the answer is yes, then why are we settling for less? I don't know. I don't know when it happened. I think it was a series of events in my life, a series of disappointments, heartbreaks, rejections, where I got hurt. I think you guys can relate. When you really get the wind knocked completely out of you, our body, if you don't have a solid why, when you go through pain, you'll forget all of your dreams and all of your goals, because without the why to be your North Star, your compass, your cornerstone, you will easily start developing habits to avoid anything uncomfortable, anything that looks like pain, anything that looks difficult. And you'll start making a habit out of that. And this is what happens, This is when we start negotiating with misery, This is when our dreams start to shrink wrap and dehydrate. Because somewhere along the way, somebody told us that in order to live your best life, you got to settle for less. I think somewhere along the way we bought into that lie, into that delusion, and I'm here to tell you that is not the way. Okay, I've had to recycle my mind and revamp the way I think, the way I see things, the people I hang out with, to recharge, reboot my whole perceptions of myself and the world around me. To understand that challenges are not only acceptable, but they're necessary if I'm going to stop settling for less and go after the best and be the best. is real deep when you think about it. It's scary too, because a lot of people don't even want to ask that question. A lot of people don't want to take a look at when did I start settling for less, because it's convicting. It's harsh. But as David Goggins would say, one of the motivational speakers I listen to, he said, you don't have to be abusive with yourself, but you do got to be truthful. And in order for you to stop compromising, contaminating your dreams with just stress and anguish and anxiety, we got to stop doing that. We don't have to live like that. So I'm just here. I'm just, kind of doing my thing, talking about things we need to work on. And this is one of them. I need you to take a look at yourself and make a decision. Make a decision today, and then make a decision tomorrow, and then the next day, that you're no longer going to compromise with misery. Think about it. Love you guys.